Hello, dear friend. You are watching the 2021 astrology prediction for people who have their sun or rising sign in Pisces. This year will hopefully be very different from the previous one. I think we all need a change. And for you, actually, the most triggered area will be your 12th house. 12th house is the one which we normally associate to the Pisces energy, which means that more or less you might feel like home. You might feel like it's a comfortable place to be. It's something you're familiar with. And it's also a period of diving deeper into your inner self, exploring the past, spending more time on your own. That's probably an important thing for you during 2021. And before we dive deeper, let me share with you that I have an amazing gift for you. The January astrology calendar is completely free and you can download it immediately. The link is below. Check it out after you watch the full video. And it comes with a PDF and also a Google Calendar integration, which I really love. If you like it, you can get the full version, and we also have a full webinar included with the calendar. So we'll discuss all the important things in 2021. So I hope you are excited. Let's dive deep. Jupiter is one of the ruler of Pisces. We shouldn't forget about this. Neptune is the modern, it's the new ruler. Jupiter is the old ruler of Pisces. And most of the time it will be in your 12th house, which is a house associated to Pisces energy, but part of the year it will come to Pisces, which is great news, really. And it's kind of a, like having an idea of what the future will hold for you. 12th house is the house of completing things. It's about finishing, it's about processing, it's about some emotional, deep experiences. And you may have the opportunity to complete something that you have started probably during the past 11 years. You may take decisions to leave something in the past, leave something behind you. And also this could be an amazing time for healing and for spiritual explorations. So as we said, Jupiter is in 12th house between January and the middle of May, and after that from August until the end of the year. But from the middle of May until the end of July, here is the best part, Jupiter will be in Pisces, in your first house, which can allow you to start something new, to get inspired, to get more focused on doing something, to take certain actions, and generally to feel like you are more courageous, you are braver, you are more confident. It feels like, it's your time. And frankly, this tendency, I believe, will be even stronger in 2021. But during those 2022. But during those couple of months of 2021, you might have an idea of what you want in the future and how things will look like for you. So very, very positive time. During January, you also need to pay some attention because Jupiter in 12th house will square your Uranus, which will be in your 3rd house. And this can bring some psychological breakthroughs. It can bring some surprises when it comes to friends. There could be some secrets revealed or some new ideas. And overall, it's a connection between the practical mind, that's 3rd house, and the intuitive subconscious mind, which is 12th house. So there is a connection, communication between those two areas. It could bring certain change or even certain stress, but it can be very liberating and it can open you up for something different, something transformative, something healing. The other planet which is also in Aquarius in your 12th house is Saturn. And Saturn in 12th house can really make us more closed, more isolated, can allow you to focus more on private matters. But it's also a great position for some spiritual work, for learning things in this area, or maybe, you know, just spending more time on your own and caring more about what's happening inside of you. So Saturn brings certain isolation, brings certain the need to structure yourself from inside. And the truth is that for many Pisces people, this might be a challenge, but this can also bring you some new resources that can turn to be very valuable in the future. Also, 3 months which can be more transformative: February, June, and December. During those months, Saturn in your 12th house squares Uranus in your 3rd house. Again, we have very interesting connection which triggers the mind or may reveal certain secrets or unexpected information, or sometimes issues related to friends or traveling or even education. So prepare for surprises. There might be things that can kind of like, you know, annoy you a little bit, but they can also be liberating, can bring like a new change, some kind of shift in your life. And talking about Uranus, we need to mention the exact degree positions. Uranus will be between the 7th and the 15th degree of Taurus. And this is important, especially if Uranus crosses the cusp of your 3rd house. And if you are not sure where the cusp of your 3rd house is, you can use my free birth chart calculator. The link is also below the video. And just check which is this degree of your 3rd house. If Uranus crosses this degree, then it can bring a very deep transformation of your way of thinking. You can suddenly become more interested in interesting, extraordinary things, maybe astrology, maybe science fiction, or something which for other people may seem a little weird, but for you it could be quite exciting and interesting. So very provocative position, especially for your mind. You may have the desire to communicate with different people who are more creative, who are also maybe kind of strange for most traditions, but they are provoking, they are inspiring you. And overall, it's a harmonious position, especially if Uranus has a sextile with your sun or rising sign. In order to check that, again, you need the degrees. If your sun or rising sign is between the 7th and the 15th degree, plus minus 1-2 degrees, then Uranus will have a sextile with your sign. And this is very positive for changing yourself, for having more freedom, for experimenting, becoming a different version, a better version of yourself. So interesting, exciting times. Neptune, of course, is also very important. This is your ruler, and also it happens to be in Pisces for quite a long time now. And the most important question again, what degree is, where is your sun or rising sign? What degree specifically? If Neptune crosses your sun or rising sign between the 19th and the 24th degree, well, that's a big change. And it might feel quite different for the different people. Sometimes it can make you really inspired, very intuitive, very emotional, and more compassionate, willing to help others, willing to focus more on spiritual work or something creative, or learn psychology, for example. But that's the positive side. The challenging side is that it can bring confusion, it can bring lack of motivation. Sometimes it even affects your energy. You might feel like you don't have enough energy for some physical effort. You just need to relax more, you want to feel comfortable, and that's also normal. So big changes if Neptune crosses your sun or rising sign. And the solutions are either something creative or something spiritual. Those activities can help you to get out of this Neptunian coma or, you know, blurry situation. And the last outer planet is Pluto, which is in your 11th house between the 25th and 27th degree. Important position if Pluto crosses the cusp of the house. Again, you might want to check your cusps. And if Pluto is actually crossing this cusp, it can bring transformations when it comes to your ideals, when it comes to the groups of people you communicate with, your community. And you might want to become some kind of leader in those communities, or you might just be more inspired and somehow transformed by friends or ideals or some kind of new vision for the future. And if Pluto has a sextile with your sun or rising sign, they need to be between those few degrees, but in Pisces, 25th, 27th, plus minus 1 or 2 degrees. This is actually a very empowering aspect, an aspect which can help you to be more passionate, to feel stronger, more confident, to have more influence over other people, and overall to explore, to dive deeper into something that you are interested in. So overall, the three outer planets are supporting you. They are in quite harmonious positions for you. Next, we have nodes and eclipses. The North Node is the one which we are always interested in because that's the area where we can grow, where we can expand, where we can succeed. And for you guys, it triggers fourth house. So it's about your personal life, your family, and your home. Great time for people who want to move or relocate or have something important related to property, and maybe also people who want to settle down or create their own family. And overall, as we said, it brings more the focus to your personal life. Here are also the eclipses. The May eclipse triggers 4th and 10th house, so it requires to find the balance between the home and family life, and on the other side, your career, your social status. Then the June eclipse brings the focus only to your 4th house, and also it triggers the North Node, which can allow you to focus on the future, to expand, to, to grow. Very, very transformative and positive position. Then the November eclipse triggers 3rd and 9th house. It's more about transformation of your way of thinking, of your vision, your plans. And the last eclipse is during December. It triggers the South Node and your 10th house. And this can allow you to let certain things go, to let something related to your work behind you or your idea about your social status. So just release, let go, and open up the space for something new to come. And finally, the retrograde planets. Venus will be retrograde at the very end of 2021, starting from the 19th of December. Venus will be in Capricorn in your 11th house, which can make you over emotional and oversensitive when it comes to friendship or some ideas or your community or certain group projects that you might be working on. And you may just kind of take things more personal in regards to those areas, or you might kind of like want to change something about it or reassess and restart all things. But the main focus is on emotions here. And finally, Mercury. Mercury is retrograde 3 times during the year, and it will be only in your water houses, 12th, 4th, and 8th house, which suggests that you may reconsider some emotional matters for you. You can reassess, you can let certain things go. It's a more internal, deeper, private process of reconsidering things, letting things go, maybe restarting something if you find appropriate, and not necessarily doing something so visible for the other people, but more focusing on yourself internally. And that's kind of a theme of the year, because Jupiter and Saturn trigger 12th house a lot this year. The North Node triggers your fourth house. Mercury Retro also water houses. It's about your private life. It's about psychological transformation, healing, and working with the past. That's the most important for you. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to get your gift, the January calendar. And also, I hope you will join us for our webinar, and you will also get, of course, the full version of the calendar for 2021. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next time.